Welcome back to another episode of We Roguelike It. I'm your host, Boston. Joining me as always is Moonpeer.
Domo arigato!
And Monkey Sr.
Hello.
We are here to talk about our very last week of Galak-Z. Wrap up this last week. We will announce what our next game is, and then tune into the next episode where we rank it. And we talk about our final thoughts on Galaxy as a whole. As the large galaxy. Anybody do anything super interesting this week?
I made it to chapter 2.
Nice.
The robot is cool as hell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It really, really adds a completely difficult sensation to the game. It's like trying to time that and be in a spaceship is... It's cool, and I like it, and like Monkey said, I think like 2 episodes ago, like it's really cool on like one-on-ones, but you get messed up so quick if you make a mistake in changing to your robot form.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I feel like they give you the shield because I feel like they want you to be really mobile and like keep the shield out and strafe around enemies and kind of slice, and then keep moving. But it doesn't. At least at the beginning, it doesn't feel like that.
Well, they've also spent 26 hours or whatever it is making you play as just a spaceship, and it's like, oh, by the way, the game got harder, and here's a completely new gameplay mechanic to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Probably should have been a Chapter 1.3 edition. But
Right.
I guess it's very difficult to do that when, if you do that, then the upgrades for when you die, you're going to end up with the robot form on Chapter 1.1, which is a problem.
Right. And it makes sense story-wise, where it's like, we didn't know the ship could do that. It can probably do some other really cool stuff, and I've been keeping a big secret from you. See you later.
Yes. Mm-hmm. It makes sense in the way the story in this barely kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's see, I did that. I died. Shocker.
Such is the life of roguelikes.
Yep.
Yes. I'm finding that the loop is getting enjoyable with this game.
Mm.
But this is going to sound really strange, but it hasn't hooked me. Like,
yeah.
It doesn't have, like, when the X Factor show first started going, which I don't know if that existed over here, which eventually evolved into X Has Got Talent, basically. Mm-hmm. They always talk about how, like, certain celebrities and certain stars have got, like, an X Factor. It's like it's the Rock in professional wrestling. It's
right.
Stone Cold Steve Austin's that unnameable thing that these people have that makes them better than the rest of us.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably poor phrasing because no one is better than anybody else, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's that indeterminable factor, and I feel like Galak-Z for me, it doesn't have the R factor, aka the rogue factor.
Right.
Like,
it hasn't grabbed you and pulled you in where you're like, maybe I'll just do one more run. And then that one wasn't long enough. I'll do one more.
It's like I can play Apex and I will say out loud, "This is my last match of Apex."
Right. Someone stop me after this one
because I'm playing with my wife and I'm playing with somebody else, and it's like, this is my last match. And then I need to stop. I've got stuff to do to prep for tomorrow to make sure everything runs smoothly as it possibly can. And then it's like you drop, you die. It's like, I got one more. I mean, that one doesn't count. That one was only
I got plenty of time. Yeah.
Yeah. And the same with Isaac, it's like, I can do one more run. Wait, it's 3 a.m.?
Right.
It doesn't have that thing yet for me, and I don't know if that's just because I'm playing it in such small fits and starts kind of thing, or if it's because it's just not clicking with me right now. Like, I put a couple of good runs, and I had a couple of good, things, and I love the art style. I think stylistically, this is probably one of the best games we've played. But yeah, I don't know.
Hasn't reached out and grabbed you.
Yes.
I feel
I'm sure we'll get into more next episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't do a whole lot this week with it. Like I said, I got up to Chapter 2. The robots are cool. Certain factors are cool. The upgrades are cool. But still, just...
hasn't gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Monkey, anything exciting from you this week?
So I died a lot on season 2.
Yeah, ditto.
And so I've been playing on Rogue, right? And so I decided to try out arcade.
Mm-hmm.
And I still kept dying on season 2. On 2-2 in particular. And
yeah, 2-2 is really tough.
I feel like playing arcade was even more frustrating than Rogue because I knew exactly what was coming up, and like it's just beating that. Like I know what enemy is going to be here and stuff like that, and it's like I already know you're here. Why can't I beat you? You know,
right? It's just like I can't execute.
Yeah.
And
then so I eventually beat 2-2, and then I got to 2-3, and then the first group of enemies was a sword mech and 2 gun mechs.
Oh boy!
I was just
wow.
oh come on. So I decided not to fight them and just went past them. And then the second group of enemies was one of the yellow long ship things that constantly shoot.
Yeah,
and one of the super fast, I guess shotgun type things. It like just goes straight up to you. I'm just like, you know what? I'm done. I'm
Come on, Galak-Z.
So yeah, that's it. I did get the trophies for killing 100 of each of the enemies. Those 3 trophies. Yay!
I did it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get any of the other trophies because those are like beat season 2, beat season 3.
Yeah.
Like no, I'm okay.
Yeah, I sort of had the opposite problem by doing a bunch of void runs because I thought, like, I'll try and keep pushing at this mode a little bit to see if I can get like that one really good run where you either start really strong or you're not running into the types of enemies that you're running into in 2-3 right off the bat. I couldn't get a good seed that was strong enough, or like you'll turn a corner and you'll run into one of those long ships that's shooting you all the time, and like 4 of the tiny little speedy guys don't have a lot of health, but they have shields, and it's just like, well, I can't fight that many of you right off the bat, even with the mech upgrade. So I did not have any good runs in that, which was kind of disappointing. I was hoping to see if I could at least get through the first stage of that, but this game is really hard.
Yes.
Really hard.
Yeah. All right, any final thoughts for this week before we announce what our next game is?
If you own it, which you might do already, because I'm pretty sure this thing has been on Humble Bundles for ages.
Yeah.
So you probably have a version of it at some point. Try it out. Let us know what you think.
It's worth a shot. Yeah.
I'd actually like to see what other people, not us 3, would think about the game in general.
Yeah.
Because I know, especially at the time this thing came out, it got a lot of buzz. And then this was pre-roguelike boom, so it felt like it was like a lot of buzz, and then oh wait, it's a roguelike. Roguelike is so terrible.
Right. Dying all the time.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about our next game. Monkey Senior a couple weeks ago had a fantastic suggestion for us. We let the randomizer pick games every month, and we just sort of play whatever it comes up with. Monkey said, hey, are there any games that we haven't played that have come out this year that we sort of want to squeeze in here at the end of the year? And we said, as a matter of fact, there are 2. So we're going to play our next one, and then we'll play another one in the future. That'll bring us up to our holiday break. So next game here is Dicey Dungeons. It's available on PC, on Steam, and itch.io. If you want to see one of the internet's best web pages, go to diceydungeons.com. We're going to play that for 4 weeks, and we're hopefully it's good, because we're starting to think about 2019 Game of the Year lists, and who knows where Dicey Dungeons will end up. Mm-hmm. None of us do. Future us does, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
And past you, if you're listening to this on the non-patron feed, will know where it's landed up to.
That's right. So Dicey Dungeons is our next game. Don't forget to tune in to our We Roguelike It ranking, released alongside. That's a recommended listening order. If you did it backwards, I don't. You do you, but that's not the intended thing here. But listen to that, and we'll see you all next run.
Bye.
Bye.